The Finals is a multiplayer FPS that is cross-platform supported, and when you mix PC and console players together, you can always expect a brawl about how one input is more broken than the other.
Scotty, mouse and keyboard is always broken. It's so easy to aim.
June, controller literally has a soft aimbot called Aim Assist. It's completely broken.
All right, that's it, Scotty. Isn't your IP address 126.12?
This is a never-ending argument that you will hear in any cross-platform FPS title. Hey guys, it's Sam from the Final Central, and over the span of 4 days, I have swapped from keyboard and mouse to controller to find out if one input is truly better than the other. Okay, so a little bit of backstory before we begin. First, I have over 400 hours on the Finals, and all of those hours have been spent on mouse and keyboard. I used to play strictly medium, focusing on close to medium range fights, and felt like my aim was pretty consistent. I also typically hovered just under diamond and ranked. Before the Finals, I played a lot of other competitive FPS titles, most importantly Call of Duty at the competitive level. Since Black Ops 2, I've played Call of Duty on controller for hundreds of hours, and feel most confident on the game actually on controller, especially with how strong the aim assist is, and bullet registration feels more reliable. Not once during my experience on the Finals did I feel like I needed to switch to controller. In fact, I expected more cons than pros, so that's why I challenged myself to learn it. Here's the idea I had in mind. Play for 4 days in a row, 2 hours straight using only controller. Each session I would progress through various modes, starting with the range, then quick play modes like quick cache, power shift, etc. Next move on to World Tour, and then finally finish out with a ranked session to see if I could gain RS. Overall, that is 8 hours of focused controller gameplay, and I wanted to force myself to take my time and learn the intricacies of my new input. I wanted to dial in my settings, get used to movement and aiming tech, find out what weapons and gadgets I preferred and felt consistent on. And finally, I wanted to find an answer to the 5 following questions. Number 1, is aim assist noticeable? Number 2, does my aim seem more or less consistent on controller? 3, do all weapons have aim assist? 4, what negatives comes with playing controller? And finally 5, as a new player in the Finals, what input should you be using? Alright, so before we even start with the video, I think it's important that we talk about the controller we're actually going to be running. I actually have an Xbox One Elite Series 2 controller, which does have back paddles, as well as hair trigger stops. I am running those at the medium settings, so not at the fastest response, kind of medium. I do like a little bit of give. On the front side, I do have the same size stick on both. I typically in Call of Duty used to play on a high stick and then a low stick. High stick for aiming, turn my sensitivity up higher, have a little bit more micro adjustments, things like that. But I swapped towards the end of Call of Duty. I don't really remember why. I think I just wanted to try it, and I felt more consistent at that point. And so I think I'm going to try to stick with that. I don't want to change up my controller too much. I want to try to focus on what we have in-game available to us, as most players are going to have a controller kind of with the same layout on it, minus the back paddles. On the back paddles, I do have buttons mapped, nothing special. My main one is actually, this is just my jump button. That just lets me jump so I don't have to take my finger off the right stick. I'm probably going to keep that because that's what I'm used to. So, all right. So as I mentioned in the intro, I'm trying to time limit myself to 2 hours per day. Each day, I'm going to try to do something different. So this first day is obviously going to be controller setup, shooting around the range, testing out some things, getting familiar with my controller. And then tomorrow, we're going to jump into like quick cache and things like that. So, oh, right. One other thing. Originally, this was going to be a 5-day experiment where the first day was fully in the range. But you'll see in a moment that I was ready to jump into games after about 30 minutes. Sorry in advance for some of the inaccuracies towards the plan on the first day, but it makes a lot more sense, and it's a lot more enjoyable to watch. Without further ado, I do have this timer underneath my webcam here. We're just going to start that, and for 2 hours, we're just going to mess around, see what happens. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, and now we're off. So first thing, obviously, is let's hit up the settings, because I have not changed anything on controller. Right, and off the bat, I see that my vertical and horizontal sensitivities are different. I'm going to put them the same for now. And then on mouse and key, I have my sensitivity multiplier up to 90. I think I'm going to do the same here for now. And I probably am going to regret it. But let's see. And then scope sensitivity, probably 90 as well. Again, I might regret that. Actually, I have 100 on mouse and key, but I flick a lot more on mouse and keys. So horizontal look boost. I'm not even sure what this is. Boost how quickly you look sideways when the stick is moved all the way. This is helpful for turning quickly while maintaining precision for smaller effects. Okay. Vertical is the same way. I might wind up watching a video on how to set this stuff up, but let's see. Look boost ramp up time. Okay, we're gonna skip past the look boost. Inner dead zone. I'm gonna go off of what I know for Call of Duty, which I think is 4. And then dead zone here. We'll try 5. Let's just do 4. We'll see. Response curve, exponential, linear, sinusoidal. I am gonna do sinusoidal, I think. We'll see how that goes. All right, directional equipping. Gadget 3 is on the right, gadget 2 is on the bottom, gadget 1's on the left. Let's see. Weapon interacts, reload, pick up object, toggle spectator. That's fine. Jump, crouch, slide. I think I want sprint to be hold. I don't think it's gonna be possible. I wanted my slide to be right stick, but I don't think it's gonna be doable. Doesn't look like there's anything for it. Okay, we'll use the back buttons for that. Oh, we can rebind. Okay. Quick melee. I'm gonna put that on B. Yep, confirm that, and then put that on the right stick. All right, that should be similar to Call of Duty, because I play on tactical in Call of Duty. Aim assist on, sensitivity reduction. I'm gonna turn off controller vibration. Zoom snapping. When zooming in while looking towards the target's crosshair snaps to them for short. Okay. Target tracking helps with target tracking by slightly rotating the camera to follow their movement. Okay. Interesting that it's different from aim assist. Oh, they're parts of aim assist. I see. So it's a sub menu of this. Let's just see when looking at target. Okay. All right, let's give it a shot. Let's hit the range. We are using this controller wirelessly, just via Bluetooth. I know obviously that wired has a better connection, but I've always played with Bluetooth on PC for Call of Duty and stuff, and I've never had a problem. So yeah. All right. So first thing I want to try is actually light. And I want to hit the M11 because, oh wow, okay. Okay, so I have to toggle this way. I see. Okay, wait. I thought next item guide. Wait, I thought I changed this. Wait. Did I not save any of my stuff? Surely it did. I saved some of it. Well, wait. Yeah, directional equipping. Oh wow, okay. Doesn't feel like there's rotational aim assist. Maybe there is actually. This feels like there is. So rotational aim assist, for those of you who aren't familiar, is basically when you're aiming and you rotate your movement stick, it kind of tries to stay on target. Now, you can tell it's interesting because the aim assist is actually kicking in once I move past it a bit. So actually not quite really on target like I thought it would, but I do feel that it's slower, and I can feel like, I don't know, like I'm orbiting a globe almost, or like orbiting the sun, if that dummy was the sun. I feel like I'm doing that slightly when I'm like moving around him. So as soon as I go up and down, it freaks out. I can tell the aim assist does not stay vertically very well. All right, first things first, controller, and then we are going to change once again this to that's, and this to that's, and then yeah. All right, now we're cooking. Man, it really does, like, actually really does kick a lot, like to the side almost. Interesting. So far, not nearly as strong as I was expecting. Yeah, especially, like I said, vertically. When I go up and down, you can tell that, like, I'm moving this at the same interval, and it's really not kicking in, whereas this is side to side, and you can see that it's kind of zooming in slightly. I can definitely tell that it is not trying to keep me centered on their body. Now, I wonder if that's the aim assist curve. Where it is. Let's try exponential. Okay, I can tell that it's way stronger moving left, right. Like, way stronger. Up, down, still... Up, down, still a bit slow. I think I am going to turn down my sensitivity on the vertical a bit. Probably like 170. Good God, my aim is not good. Oh yeah, this is gonna take a minute for me to get used to. Oh. Phew, God, beaming that guy off top is crazy. Yeah, so far, first impressions, aim assist is not that strong in this game. Not in comparison to like other games at all. Now, I do know that people say on console it's apparently stronger. I have a PS5. I'm gonna try it. I don't have a way to record it, and it's also a different controller, so keep that in mind. Oh wait, the FAMAS says like 0. Whoa, the FAMAS says like 0 recoil. Oh no, that's crazy. I mean, it has pretty low recoil on like mouse and key, but no, that's crazy. This feels like straight up like Halo, like a Halo battle rifle right now. Wait, I'm about to lose this. So while I was testing in the range for a while, I winded up switching my aim assist type over to linear instead. And that's when I found out how much stronger that mode was versus sinusoidal or exponential. And so what you're going to see now is actually a full comparison of the three, basically testing it without moving the right stick to see which one is more responsive, which one feels like you gain the most benefit out of it. Linear might be the way. Hold on. Wait, you can see it. Hang on. Watch. That I'm not moving the stick. I'm not touching my right stick. Look. That's kind of crazy. That's on linear. I'm just ADSing and then it's moving it around, which, I mean, obviously is what aim assist does. But let's see how this looks with sinusoidal. It's not nearly as fast. It's very gradual. And it actually starts to even prioritize the guy in the back sometimes. Okay, and then let's try linear, or not linear, exponential. All right, exponential. Wait, exponential is just non-existent. Hello, is this broken? Look. Yeah, exponential is just straight up non-existent. Oh wait, whoa, hold on. I thought it kicked in for a second there when I was not ADS. Okay, so exponential aim assist, don't use it. I think linear is definitely the best. Right, so after I got done testing the different aim assist curves, one thing I wanted to try was how easy or hard it is to window tech. If you're not familiar with window teching, essentially it's when you jump on the ledge of a window and then you move backwards, jump, and then move forwards to grab the ledge of the window in front of you. This is something you can do in maps like Monaco, Skyway, etc. It's a way to like traverse vertically quickly instead of having to go inside and like taking the stairs or things like that. So I wanted to see if it's easier or harder on controller, because on mouse and keyboard it's a little awkward when you have to press W and S. So yeah. So if you don't know what window teching is, right? It's when you stand on a ledge and then you back up and jump forward at the same time. And it lets you climb up a level. This is good on like maps like Monaco, Skyway, things like that. Seoul has some spots that you can do it as well. But it's just a way to like get height quickly rather than like running through a building and hitting this zip or like going up the stairs. You can instead jump through the window. Catches a lot of people off guard, especially in lower ranks. But I will say it's actually not bad if you can get lined up. It's just the actual lining up that I feel like is the hard part on controller. Yeah, like actually that wasn't too hard to hit, and I probably would miss that on mouse and key. Oh wait, hang on. It might actually be easier to hit like a switch up, because one thing on control or like mouse and keys, like you have to hit your S key and then your W, which is kind of a awkward action. Whereas controller, it's just moving the stick. So, yeah. I really need to add, oh. Okay, well, I got kicked from the server. So, there we go. Right, so after about 30 minutes in the range, I tested a lot of different guns, did a lot of big box battles, tried different ranges, things like that. I decided to cut a lot of that from this video because it's really long and honestly, it's a bit boring. But after 30 minutes, I kind of had the gist that it seemed like every weapon had its own aim assist based on range and things like that. And so I decided I wanted to go ahead and jump into quick cache rather than spending the whole 2-hour session in the range, micro testing every single weapon, because there's just not enough time to show you all that anyways in the video. So let's go ahead and jump over to that. Okay, so far, first impressions are that I don't think aim assist is that strong in this game. It's not as strong as other games, by far. Call of Duty, most recent titles, definitely feel stronger. They're also way more, like, tunable as far as, like, the response curves and stuff go. I haven't even played on, like, Apex or Fortnite, but I remember I tried it at one point and it just felt like I was cheating. So I don't have that feeling from here. I'm curious to see once I start playing against real players how badly I get diffed and how much I'm going to want to go back to mouse and key. Definitely still think the hit reg on the pike is pretty ridiculous on controller compared to mouse and key. I don't know if that's like a pseudo thing or not, or a placebo, but it feels like it is. Oh boy, Monaco duck and covers is going to be interesting. Okay, Monaco duck and cover. I feel like I want the range. I'm gonna try the ARN, see how it goes. Oh, I can tell you, like, responsiveness of like hitting zips and stuff. Oh, okay, I hit the wrong button. I need to rebind that. My ping button being on right bumper is weird. I need to make it like up on D-pad. Just want to use to another. Oh, that's. Oh my God! Wait. This guy's shooting me. Oh, what is this goo wall doing here? All right. Wait, X to change my class. Okay. I didn't know what the respawn button was. Okay. See him. Definitely harder to hit doors and stuff. I don't know. The window tech might actually be easier. I might have just been tripping. Oh. I take back everything I said about the window tech. It's significantly easier on controller. What do I drop? I'm gonna figure out how to drop his body. You would think the pickup would be the same as the drop, but I guess not. Yeah, okay, from range, it does not kick in. Like up here, no way.
From belly flop to cannonball, the big splash had better.
Wow, aim assist on your teammate with the H plus is actually crazy, though. All right, so we said earlier in the range that this thing had like no recoil. So let's see. Oh, okay. It still feels nasty. Hold on. Yeah, the FAMAS feels kind of ridiculous. I feel like I'm having to focus so much harder. Like, even get a kill. step power in the world, but it's like hard on controller. I will say movement tech definitely easier on controller. Okay. Yeah, lights definitely. I'm sure on mouse and key as well. They have quite, I feel like, an advantage over controller player. It feels very hard to like keep up. It's definitely a skill diff, obviously. Yeah, I don't think aim assist or anything would like help with that.
Enemy down! The big splash are now in the driver's seat and it.
Yeah, I will say, like, aim assist is not so good on like Pike per se, but the hit reg is definitely better on controller, I think.
That's a play for the platform that's paid off. The Jets.
Yeah, it's like I could not get dialed in there. I felt like I was constantly dancing around that guy. But I do still think I feel like aim assist is stronger on like heavies than it is on lights. All right, 11, 13, and 7 with the boss. Not bad. Gadget usage is still very hit or miss. Picking up things and dropping it is hit or miss for me. But I will say the aim, I think, is starting to get a little better. I still think I might try a high stick to see if that makes any difference in this game. But I can't really tell if it will. Honestly, like, I almost want to turn down my sense, but at the same time, I don't want to turn down too much. I'm almost wondering if maybe that ADS sense was not so bad, what it had originally. But... All right, so I have 5 minutes left, so I'm not going to load up another one, but here's my thoughts so far, right? So I played for basically 2 hours between the range and then, I mean, the range was like 30 minutes, so I played probably an hour and a half, I guess, of matches. The FAMAS is crazy on aim assist. It's not perfect, but it's pretty gnarly. The F-car feels pretty good. The AK does not feel good at all, in my opinion. That's crazy to me. ARN feels good. It's really a toss-up on what feels good and what doesn't on aim assist. What I've learned so far, it seems like linear is definitely the pattern you should be going for. If you're new to the game and playing on a controller, you should check and make sure that you're on linear. I mean, it is by far the strongest, I think. There's definitely a range to aim assist, and it falls off. And once it falls off, it becomes very difficult to start hitting shots. That is a perk that I feel of mouse and keyboard, is because I don't have aim assist, I feel consistent at a lot of ranges. Obviously not as consistent at really far out, but like there were shots that I was missing today that I feel like I can pretty confidently at least hit. I don't think I would get the kill, but I would at least get people low enough to where they back off. Another thing is obviously like tracking somebody close up, like lights. Lights are running circles around me. It's a skill diff on my end. I'm not good enough with controller yet to like be challenging that. But if they get in your face, it becomes very hard to kill them on controller versus mouse and key. I mean, the flick is a little bit easier. Another thing, which is the thing that I was concerned on, was the controller scheme. Even after rebinding some stuff, I really hate that like the pickup button is the same as the reload button. That's really odd to me. I would have rather had that been inverted. I also wish I could like interact with things with X, like say taking zip lines and stuff. I feel like Y just kind of throws me for a loop. I've started to get it figured out, so it's not as bad, but definitely picking up items and throwing them has been pretty difficult. They also don't have glyphs on screen, which I thought they would, but they don't. Same with like using turret, things like that. But overall, it's pretty it's not bad. I think there's a chance that we get the hang of it. Do I think I'm going to switch from keyboard to controller? No way. Mouse and keyboard, at least right now. I'm about to pause the recording here, and I'm going to go play on mouse and key for a little bit. I'm very nervous about 2 days from now playing World Tour and Ranked. I think I'm going to get slammed. I think I'm going to lose a bunch of RS. But we have time. We have basically 4 hours until we start playing Ranked. So we'll see how it goes. And yeah, I will check in with you guys tomorrow, I guess. So coming out of day one, you could probably tell my confidence was definitely down. I think I got humbled starting to play on controller. I realized this was going to be a lot harder of a task than I expected. I don't think my mechanics from my Call of Duty days are really carrying over to the finals, especially with how weak aim assist actually is, surprisingly, at least in my opinion. Day two started pretty much how you expect. I died a lot. I got gunned. It's okay, you can leave me alone. Oh, or not. All right. Yeah. All right, like, why are you shooting me, bro? Rip him. Oh, this guy's crazy with the revolver. I don't know what's on. He just knows. Like, who chows that like that? I'm all right. Sure. All right, sure. All right, first game back. Wouldn't say I'm back in the rhythm, that's for sure, but it wasn't the worst. Just give it another go. Let's see what happens. So, yeah. First game of the day, dying 9 times, only getting 6 kills. A lot of those kills as well were like finish ups. They weren't really like full fights. You can probably tell in my voice that I was feeling a little defeated. And for the first game being on and 2 hours ahead of me, I had the feeling I was in for a time, to say the least. All right. Let's see. I did want to kind of stay on the mall. Actually, yeah, let's give heavy a try.
Today. Thanks again to our sponsors.
Not a bad heavy game, just rough to say the least. So now I gotta say, I look down maybe after that match, but going 12-5 after the first game that we had, I felt pretty happy. I'm not gonna lie. Obviously, I was playing objective. I'm on heavy. I wanted to win, but my dopamine was back up. We're kind of back. Confidence is rising. So, yeah, we just continue to power through quick play games for the rest of the session. All right, second game. Not bad. Heavy feels pretty good. Still don't feel like aim assist is broken. So, let's give it a try again. What else do we have here? Power shift. Let's just stay on quick cash for now. All right, I'm gonna stay on heavy this game. I kind of want to give the SH kind of want to give the SH a try. I'm terrible with it, so I'm curious to see if I do better at all being on controller. I doubt it. I'm sure I still suck. I saw you. Oh, wait, when did you come down here? Okay. I'll say like tracking with shotguns is a lot easier. I don't think it has anything to do with like actually like aim assist per se, but I think it's just like comfort of being on controller. All right, so SA on the controller is still a bad feeling. I don't know what it is. I'm just not used to this gun. Don't feel like aim assist was really helping me though. That's been kind of the thing the entire time. So I feel like aim assist isn't really helping much at all. I think it's necessary to play on controller. I think like this would feel horrible. But I still think mouse and keyboard definitely feels stronger so far. So, and that was kind of the finding I was having with pretty much the entire session and experiment in general was aim assist felt necessary in order for controller to feel viable, but it's not oppressive or too strong at all. In fact, without it, I feel like you would completely be at a loss running controller versus mouse and keyboard. No matter what class I ran, whether it was light, medium, or heavy, no matter really what weapons I was running even, I felt like aim assist was just never broken. I didn't feel like I got kills because of aim assist, or I outranged that guy because of aim assist, or I made a big clutch play all because of aim assist. In fact, a lot of these games that I won throughout this entire series was off of just gameplay knowledge in general. I don't feel like my aim actually helped me at all. In fact, I think it would have held me back. A lot of these casual games, and even later on when we get to World Tour and things like that, I felt like I was making good gameplay decisions, which winded up causing me to be successful, but my aim was holding me back big time. So it's the end of day 2. Time is literally winding down. We have like 3 minutes, so I'm not going to queue into another game. Controller is rough, I'm not gonna lie. I thought I'd pick it up a lot faster, and I feel like it's just suboptimal. I mean, I know I'm probably just not very good with it, but with 4 hours under my belt, I don't feel like I've really gotten any better. In fact, I feel like maybe I've gotten a little worse. Yeah, I don't think aim assist is broken at all. In fact, I don't think it's that strong on PC at least. Yeah, it's definitely, people are coping by saying aim assist is broken in this game. It just isn't. It's not nearly as strong as is in current Call of Duties. That's what I have to base it off of. I mean, I know it's not as strong as Apex as well, Apex Legends. Anyways, hopefully I can get it under my belt. Tomorrow is World Tour, so I'll be able to slow down a little bit and pick my fights better, which I feel like is going to be necessary for me to do okay on controller. And then finally it's going to be ranked, which I'm a little nervous for now. I'm worried I'm going to throw a lot of my SR or my RS out the window. But yeah, so far, as soon as I hit the stop button on this recording, I'm going back to mouse and key for the rest of the evening. So catch you guys tomorrow. All right, so at the end of day 2, it's pretty apparent that my morale is once again shot. I had back-to-back quick cash games that just did not go well. Got very few kills, just did not feel confident at all. However, I knew that I was going to World Tour, which means we're finally done with quick play and we are playing cash out in final round, which is honestly where my bread and butter is. I think I could play way more tactical. I can use my game knowledge to kind of get an edge over opponents, things like that. So I'm also being joined by Cody and our friend Geo, who is somebody that I've played with for years, and you've seen him pop up on the channel from time to time in gameplay clips. But Geo is somebody that I used to run Call of Duty with, and he brings up some interesting points because he decides to try controller as well in the finals. And it sounds like he had a little bit of a different experience than what I did. Okay, day 3. I'd be lying if I said I was excited. I'm not gonna lie, I've been procrastinating recording today because I just don't want to play on controller anymore. I'm ready for this to be done. I was just playing some private matches. We usually run like scrims and customs on Friday nights in our Discord, which is another reason you should join. And yeah, I was talking to people in there, telling them that I had to go play on controller in a little bit, and they were like, "Oh, well, aim assist," and I was like, "Aim assist is not as strong as people think it is, in my opinion." So today is the day that we are gonna play World Tour. I am excited for at least this week's World Tour. It is the risk and reward, which was in season 6, and that's where you get extra cash depending on what weapon you get eliminations with and things like that. So excited to try that, but I'm not excited to play on controller. Hopefully I have a better day than I did yesterday. Towards the end of yesterday's session, it was a bit rough to say the least, but we'll see how this goes. So all right, so before we jump into the games, you'll notice that the timer winds up jumping to like 23 minutes or something. I did play one world tour, but literally the moment I started it, Cody and Gio both joined the voice call, and I didn't record any of their audio, but it was basically an entire game of me yapping, and I was not focused at all on what I was doing. So I've cut that game because we're going to cut right to when they join because it's way more entertaining. But you didn't miss anything. It went pretty flat on its face. I think we got first rounded, and yeah. So cutting to that now. So you asked me my thoughts, Cody, on what I think so far.
I did. Yeah, I did.
People are tweaking. Aim assist is not nearly as strong as everybody says it is. In fact,
What?
it's significantly weaker, in my opinion, than like Black Ops 6 or any previous Call of Duty
You're
title.
telling me that the game doesn't play itself?
No. In fact, I definitely feel handicapped on controller the entire time.
You feel handicapped?
Yeah, I've got like almost 4.5 hours playing controller, and I feel arguably possibly worse than I felt when I started. So
That genuinely, that's actually really surprising because I feel like I've seen so much like discourse and even like honestly like genuine slander on controller, right? Like I feel like every time I hear about controller, it's always negative. It's always like, yeah, it's ridiculous, like it's too good. I mean, and I honestly would even say outside of this game, just in general, I feel like people hate on controller, but especially this game, I've seen it so much. So
yeah, this game is not like Apex Legends is the game that I know of in Fortnite are the two games I know where it's like aim assist is basically an aim bot to people.
Right.
And I would still say I haven't played in a long time on either of those games, but I would say that those were definitely way stronger than this game.
really,
Also, interestingly, certain guns in this game feel better with aim assist than others.
I'm glad you brought that up because I remember, I think it was late season 6. I think it was T-Mills said, I don't know if it was T-Mills, it might have been someone else, but I remember hearing that certain sites give more aim assist than others.
Well, it's not even the sights, it's like the weapons themselves. Like the FAMAS, for example, feels like it has no recoil. But the AKM, which I have said since we started playing this game again, that I thought the AKM actually had easier recoil than the FCAR starting out.
Yeah.
I mean, that was pre-season 6 before they patched like that sidekick that you used to have.
Right. Yep.
But I can understand now where people were tweaking, saying like, nah, the AKM has way more recoil. It's way harder. We need more ammo in the mag, things like that. And I would argue that people making that claim are people who play controller. Because it kicks like crazy on controller, and it's extremely hard to actually control with.
Yeah.
So FAMAS has been what I've been running on medium. M11, ARN, and XP54 all feel pretty good, but interestingly, hipfire does not feel good. I feel like there's not much aim assist at all on hipfire in this game. And then on heavy, the SA-12 and the Shack both are viable, I feel like, still. So I'm gonna play heavy for this, and we'll see how it goes.
I'm curious if you're able to. For me, I have an ask. I want you to try light, particularly sniper, because it's technically the only actual sniper in the game. I'm curious if it has aim assist or not.
I don't want to do it in a world tour, but
No, yeah, but just at some point, like when you're doing your footage gathering, try that for me, because I'm curious to see, because I know a couple modern games have gotten rid of aim assist on snipers.
Yeah,
on controller.
Up in the air.
Heavy's in there like somewhere. All right, I'm in. Winched. Dead.
Good winch.
Last one on it.
One more, light here. Dead. Aim assist is pretty crazy.
You playing controller?
Using it too? Yeah.
You think it's crazy? I just don't.
Aim assist is pretty crazy.
I don't think so. Well, wait till you're not up close, because that is actually one of the things I've been saying. Close range to medium range, it's noticeable. Like you can tell that it's kicking in, but once you get to longer, it is kind of non-existent. It's not.
I can't wait for you to have your pod where you have a thought-provoking piece on the human condition, aka aim assist on controller.
I love the human condition.
There's not much of one. It's right here. On me.
Glitch.
Heavy tag. He winched me. I'm the counter winch. Oh, never mind. I'm glitched. I missed the winch. I have to reload.
Am I dead?
I should have backed up. Go on the left.
Medium dead.
Just one.
Just heavy.
Just heavy, just heavy.
Got good shit.
I will say, like window tech and things like that is easier to do on controller.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I guess that would make sense.
Yeah, like significantly easier. Guy's
One
low.
shot.
You have pad.
I have zero.
Pad right here.
Couple seconds. I
That's fine.
don't have it. I don't have it.
Wait.
Oh, he's dead. He's dead. He's dead.
Throw
He's
it down
dead.
whenever.
Wait till pod.
Don't have it. That's not bad.
I scared him away.
All right.
On the stairs. On the stairs. Heavy, 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 heavy.
He's one shot. Dead.
Keep him.
Sorry, you guys have to bear with me a little bit because I'm
No, I
getting
know.
used to
It's the D-pad is weird.
Orange one shot. Dead. One more on me. Purple. I have purple on me. I have purple heavy on me. I'm trying to get out of here. Yeah.
Purple heavy dead.
Fuck, purple was on me. Purple light on my body. Or pink, excuse me.
Oh, you were literally going out.
All right.
Overpower the powerhouses.
Let's go, boys.
They
Ball to
got the
round
victory
2.
and are moving on to the next round.
Wait, so Gio, you're playing controller as well?
Who've also
Yeah.
secured their spot in
Did
the
you
next
feel like the aim
round.
assist wore off?
No.
Still feel like it's strong?
Yeah.
Maybe it's a me issue then. I don't know. What
Granted, when was the last time you played controller?
since we played BO6
Right, which is
a while ago.
quite a bit ago. Yeah.
I wonder if it would actually would be beneficial for you to go try a different game.
I thought
and then
about
come
it.
back. Yeah. You should on like the second to last day, like maybe.
Well, this is the second last day.
Oh, is it? Okay, you're on day 5.
Yeah, tomorrow I'm playing ranked.
Yeah, maybe tomorrow.
Low key, it feels good. I ain't gonna lie.
And finally,
I don't like the gadgets though. It's like it's kind of hard to
No,
navigate.
fucking D-pad's miserable.
back your bags.
That's like the worst part. But I mean,
I would actually think
been an
in
issue
this
with
game-
controller though.
In this game though, if you put a gadget on every paddle, it might be kind of fire. It would take a little bit of getting used to, but I think it would probably be kind of fun.
I've got my jump on one of my paddles, so
Yeah, jump and then
quick
just do 3
melee. I've
gadgets.
got
on
another paddle.
That's fair.
I'm gonna do
Don't
him
worry
with
about
jump.
dying. I was confused.
Got 1. 2. Just drop down.
Okay, he's coming upstairs. Coming upstairs.
Kind of one shot.
I'm low from fire.
Got another. Just the medium.
Medium on ping, on ping. Dropping with you.
Unknown. He
Just
res.
rezzed. Right here.
Okay, I'm reloading.
It was the heavy. Good job plugging.
It's just the heavy. He's probably res that light I killed earlier.
Yeah, I agree with Gio, low-key.
What?
Just it'd be interesting for you to try like an FPS with like slightly longer distances. Like Warzone might be a solid pick, and kind of seeing like the difference in aim assist.
I mean,
Because
I'd actually
up close, it feels I don't want to say a lot. Like as far as aim assist, it feels like Call of Duty.
yeah.
Like with the way,
And I think
how
it'd
it
be good
pulls.
for you to add that to the video, because
Well,
me
that's-
personally, like as someone that's interested, I would like to see that.
Well, I was
See him down there, down right, bottom right.
Yeah, heavy. I hit the winch. I hit the winch. Help me kill this guy, please. Oh, did you just not even looking at him?
The guy on the cash out. That's
There was a guy point blank with a flamethrower on us.
I'm not worried about that.
Yeah, no.
I'm not worried
I
about
wonder
that.
why.
I got money on my mind and mine on my money.
Bro was turning me into barbecue, and you're just. I look over after killing him. You're just still on the railing. I was like, what?
I got money on my mind.
I was like, this guy's lost.
You're not a real G like me. I'm worried about getting this bread up.
Let's keep moving. They're distracting us.
Sorry, left. You guys see that, right?
Yeah.
You guys want to chow that?
You need a way to get over there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hit him.
Just one shot. Nice.
One
good
more,
kill.
one more, right here.
One more, yeah. I saw him. Oh, light.
Light with DB.
There's C4. Be careful.
There he's dead. Find you. Watch out. Nice.
That was fucked up.
The Kingfisher back in action.
They have one alive
Wait,
still.
they're still alive.
Pressure is building. The steamrollers need to stay alert.
Yeah, he coined.
Mighty oaks from little acorns grow as the mighty land of cash.
This looks like an ad, bro.
You guys got a light on you. Light on you.
Yeah, I see him.
Set.
Good shots.
Steamrollers are on the move.
I need you to look at this. It looks like an ad.
You can kind of L2 spam.
Yeah.
Above, dropping.
Like an ad.
Right here. Right above you, Sam.
Oh, I thought it was an
sorry.
ad. Hello? I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, chat. Controller kind of feel nice.
So on day 3, you could probably sense a bit of a theme happening here. We queued up, like I said, with Cody and Geo, and Geo consistently throughout the entire session said that controller felt pretty good to him. It was also recommended to me multiple times that I should go back and play Black Ops 6 or maybe Warzone to kind of like see if my baseline is really what I remember it to be, which is actually what I do at the beginning of the next day. Day 3, not a lot else really to report. It was kind of more of the same. We did actually perform really well playing World Tour. We got 2 wins, and then we got a 3rd place finish, I believe, in our first match of the day. I played pretty consistently, had good KDAs. I feel like I made some big plays on heavy that helped us clutch out a couple games. And overall, my confidence was kind of back. So I was kind of excited to say so going into day 4 and hopefully seeing if I've improved enough to gain RS at Plat, I guess. Maybe we'll even promote when playing ranked. So yeah, confidence was there. Still don't think
I think that the controller is the best option in the finals. There is no other controller that I would use, no other input. It's literally the best.
That's coming for the guy that
Don't
didn't
worry,
play.
Sam. I already said everything you could say for today.
No, I don't think controller's busted. Aim assist still isn't broken, but I did get a better feel for it, especially with winch. Check still goes nasty. Yeah. So, anyways, on to day 4, where I have to play ranked now and hopefully not throw my RS. So,
Wait, day 4?
we'll see you tomorrow. Bye. All right. Day 4 is here. And all jokes aside, still pretty nervous. We were like mid Plat 3 before I even started this session. And turns out I was going to be playing it solo. So mixing solo queue with just being under Plat 2 on controller on a new input, I was a bit nervous. But before I started, I did want to actually go and test on Call of Duty to see if I was crazy and that aim assist is as strong as it is compared to Black Ops 6, or if it's actually weaker. All right. Good morning. It is day 4, which is our day to play ranked. And you might be looking and seeing, wait, Sam, this isn't the finals. And you're right. This is Call of Duty Black Ops 6. So let me explain real quick. Yesterday, obviously, we played World Tour. We played with our friends Cody and Geo. And they brought up some good points. They said that it's been a while since I've touched a controller. I probably should go back and actually play like Call of Duty or something I'm familiar with, to really get the comparison baseline back up, which is a fair point because Geo found that controller felt pretty good for him. He has been playing Call of Duty still here and there, whereas I haven't in probably like 6 months at this point. So I decided to go ahead and hop on. We'll run a couple pub matches. We're just going to see kind of what the feel is. And I'm going to try to carry over my thoughts from COD to the finals. So yeah, later. Okay, wait, we're kind of back in the thing. We're kind of back in the thick of it. Peek, peek. See ya. There. Roller sensitivity in general is a lot more responsive in this game. And that could just be like my senses dialed in more or something, but that's one thing that I felt with the finals is it's like almost there's a delay with everything I do on controller. not like latency, but like in response to like I stop moving the stick and it still feels like it's like catching up. Yeah, the aim assist is definitely stronger. I don't really care what anybody says.
Someone's got to start the party.
All units prepare for exfil. This one's on.
All right, 83 and 33. Kind of back already, huh? Okay, so after one game back, I can immediately tell that the aim when you like press your left trigger, so like to aim in, that feels like it locks on way harder in this game than it does on the finals. Along with that, it feels like, especially with the assault rifles, the aim likes to stay on target more. Now, there are some things that I'm thinking might be why that feels that way, and it might not necessarily just be aim assist. It could be the fact that like the model that I'm running is a low recoil gun that I've got pretty much at, well, I doubt it is now, but at the time was like the meta loadout for like ranked. So, you know, we were able to get the recoil control pretty much like non-existent. Like let's go to the range for a second. So this is being no recoil control, right? Like that's nothing. Super easy to control. I mean, just a little bit of pull down. Like, come on. Range. Okay. So to put it in perspective, I'm not touching my right stick. Look at how far aim assist starts to kick in on this guy right here. I mean, you can see right here, it's starting to pull to him, right? I'm not touching my right stick. So that's crazy. Now let's try like further out even. Okay, so further out, we don't really get that effect. At 50 meters, we're not getting aim assist. How about here? We're still getting it here. So L left trigger, I'm moving. That guy at 50 meters is picking up aim assist. I don't think at 50 meters it picks up in the finals. I need to try again. So I need to make a mental note. 50 meters. Let's check for aim assist. Okay. I don't think we lock. I don't think we can get aim assist. Oh my God, we actually do. Yeah, you even get aim assist at that guy at 100 meters. Yeah, I mean, come on, bro. You mean to tell me that long range in this game feels the same as the finals? You lost your mind. There's no way. So let's look at the settings real quick, because I don't even remember what my stuff is on. So 1.3 sensitivity, tactical, of course. Where is aiming? Okay, aiming. Target aim assist is on. Aiming advanced settings. ADS sensitivity transitioning. Aim response curve. Okay, here we go. So we are on dynamic, which is a reverse S. Full, of course. So, I mean, that's really all you can configure in this game. Some games you could do more, but yeah. But I mean, it's pretty apparent that, I mean, aim assist is stronger in this game than the finals. Yeah, so it's kind of a no-brainer that aim assist in Call of Duty is stronger than in the finals. Glad to know I'm not crazy and thinking the opposite. I'm glad that it's as strong as I remember it, because I was definitely thinking I was going a little crazy, thinking that the finals would be at the same level after what Gio was saying. I thought I completely got this entire video wrong, but this did reassure me that yes, the finals is harder to play on controller than Call of Duty, at least. So I guess that brought me some sort of confidence to know that it's not just me. It is like a completely different controller system than what I'm used to. All right, back on the finals. Thank God. I did not enjoy my trip down memory lane back on Black Ops 6. It was fun to stomp on Nuketown, and that was about the only fun I had. But I do come in, I think, reinforced with what I've been saying. I don't think aim assist in this game is as strong as Call of Duty. I don't think it's as strong as other titles. I don't think it's used to win or anything like that. In fact, it could be a little stronger, maybe just a little, maybe not at all. I don't know. Yeah, one thing I wanted to try before we jumped into ranked was actually, let's go to the practice range real quick. I wanted to see if weapons had aim assist at 50 meters, because we did get that baseline with also 100 meters, I guess, but we did get that baseline from Call of Duty. So let's see. So there's 50. I mean, it is so subtle on the guy. It's actually picking up on this person. The problem is he's also moving in tandem with the other dummy. So overall, I don't think it's nearly as strong. Interestingly, though, range in general in this game feels further than it does in Call of Duty. Like 52 meters, and that's where that guy is, feels way further away. But you can see, I mean, it is just jumping all over. As soon as I pull the trigger, it jumps away from him. It's not nearly as strong as Call of Duty. So I rest my case. All right, I'm gonna start recording, start the timer now, and we are gonna queue into ranked. I'm gonna play heavy like I was last night because we were seeing some success. All right, first game in ranked. I'm gonna stick with the Shack. Go RPG, C4, you know the drill. Winch Claw. See what happens. I'm gonna actually keep track of my RS this game. So we'll see at the end where I wind up after 2 hours. So hopefully in the green. I'd be lying a little bit if I said maybe I don't expect to. Yeah, so jumping into ranked when you're solo queue and with controller only, typically you're kind of against the odds if you're not comfortable. And to say that I was comfortable for this first match would be a bit of an overstatement. I would say that I was not super confident. I did feel reinforced after playing Call of Duty a little bit, but we cooked. God.
An intense match, but the Tough Shells just refused to buckle. They finished in top spot, meaning that they're the ones to try and
Okay.
in the next round.
First round successful off of a double. I love that. Not bad. 8 and 5. I'm happy with that. I whiffed some rockets. I missed a lot of shots, but hey, you know, a couple hours in, I'm happy with that. All right, map 2. We're guaranteed like 15 RS if we come in fourth. So let's try to get qualified. 15 doesn't really do much for us.
Stellar lead. I'm real off the carpet. The socialites just started a
Okay, let's go. All right, so after qualifying twice to final round in our first game, we kind of fall flat on our face, to be honest. The game is not very interesting. We can't seem to find a wipe. They get the reses off just in time. It's really not even a close game. It winds up ending, I think, 2-1. But it is what it is, you know? And we winded up gaining 877 RS for our first match. So now it's time for the second one. All right, Vegas Stadium. Here we go. Yeah, light's low. Okay, we didn't pressure it at all. Oh no, this is cooked. Sorry, bro. It's not even running defib in ranked. All right, I'll take the death if we get the kill. That's fine. Take the shield. Second round, another positive RS gain. This could be plat 2, depending on how this ends. No. Okay, another final round. Let's see if we can pull this one out. I think we're guaranteed in plat 2 now though, which is very good. Beginning of the season, I got placed silver 4, which was diabolical, and it has been a grind to get back. I really haven't even played much ranked. I want to hit diamond. I think it's totally doable. I know I have the skill of a diamond player, so. Just like. Ah, man. Another second place finish. Unlucky. 17, 18, 14. Not bad. All right, plat 2. All right, so second match. Once again, got a second place finish. We just couldn't close it out. Purple team's heavy was actually the light from the game before, I believe. That was playing sword. Really close game. We just couldn't win the last 2 fights. That would have won us the game. So unlucky, but we do gain 830 RS. It does put me back into plat 2 finally, which is pretty huge. We're super close to diamond, honestly. It's very achievable by end of season. Now, this third game is not even worth showing you the entire thing. I'll show you a quick clip on why.
Suffer from a lack of a father figure? Do you have clinical depression? Have you ever accidentally broken your mom's favorite cuff?
Congratulations to the Boundless on their first place finish. Definitely.
Oh my god, and the guy ult F4'd. That's crazy. Yeah, anyways, that guy obviously was throwing. We somehow squeak out the first round win. And then second round, we get slammed because it's a 2v3 the entire time. But I do manage to pull out 23 RS, which is pretty good. So overall, heavy in the green. I think we're over like 1700 on the day. I can't really complain. All right, so after 3 games of ranked, including one with a thrower that somehow we made the second place, we winded up ending with gaining 1730 RS, 1730 RS, which is pretty cool, honestly. I can't really complain much. I can complain about the guy throwing that game, for sure. But, you know, I mean, 1730 in a rank up, that's pretty good. So I'm not going to roll the dice. I'm not going to run another ranked. What I am going to do, though, is first report that guy. All right. So block him. Okay. So here was one thing I wanted to try, because Cody did ask me yesterday if I thought snipers had aim assist. So let's give that a try. Some aim assist. I don't think it's going to be anything crazy, though. Without ADS, there's really, I mean, the most minimal of minimal aim assist. We scope in, it looks like it goes right next to the person. Okay, it does not look like it, actually. My sight is not moving. I'm keeping my right hand off, and when you see that, it doesn't move at all. All right, so I recorded an outro for this video actually when I was finishing up recording that last day. But that was actually before I sat down and really thought about everything that, you know, I had experienced over the last 4 days, including actually the 5 questions that I'd come up with at the beginning of this video. So I kind of wanted to give my thoughts here just one last time over those, to kind of close this thing out. So with number 1, is aim assist noticeable? Yes, but only at certain ranges and with certain weapons, and in certain cases, it's honestly kind of weird. So definitely more unique than things I'm, you know, experiencing before. Number 2, does my aim seem more or less consistent on controller? I think it's pretty noticeable to say that it is less consistent on controller, especially when it comes to vertical aiming. I found that I constantly got off target. I felt like a lot of times was relying on hip fire with the shack when I was up close to people. There were so many times where I just felt slightly out of control and a fight felt hopeless, especially against like dashing lights and things like that. So yeah, I'm gonna say that it was less consistent. Do all weapons have aim assist? Now, this is a good question because I'm gonna say no, and I want to say that specifically because we tested out the SR-84 sniper, and it did not feel like it had aim assist, or if it had it, it was so minimal that it wasn't noticeable at all to me. Don't take this as an official answer, but I'm gonna say no. I don't think all weapons have aim assist. Number 4, what negatives come with playing controller? Quite a few. One of them is obviously flick response, being able to flick back and forth. Now, if you're somebody like, I don't know, Normalize, or I'm not even sure who all the controller players are in the Pro League. If you're one of those guys, sure, you're going to get great at this. And with good practice, this will come. But out of the box, your precision aiming is still going to be worse on controller than mouse and keyboard. If you took the same amount of time to learn both, I would argue you hit more headshots on mouse and keyboard if you started at ground zero, never touched either before, and then trained for 10 hours on each. I think mouse and keyboard, you'll learn easier, but the movement will be harder. On controller, it's the opposite. I think the movement's a little bit easier, but the aiming's harder, which is a common thing that we see in a lot of games. So this shouldn't really come as a surprise to you. And then finally, as a new player in the finals, what input should you be using? This is a pretty easy answer. Use whichever one you are confident with. Now, if you're not confident with any of them, say you're a fresh player to whatever scene, console or PC, and it's your first time playing a video game even, just try them out and see which one you like more if you have that flexibility. If you're on PC and you can use mouse and keyboard and controller, try both and see which one comes naturally and then just stick with it. I think the pros and cons are so negligible between the two that really it's just whatever you feel best on. So anyways, guys, that's all I have. I really enjoyed this experiment. It was a fun video to make. It's a little different from things that we've made. Obviously we're trying to get into more of these like experimentation videos or like things that are a little outside the norm of just news and things like that with the game. So if you have ideas on things that we should test or make videos on, come join up in our Discord. Let us know in a feedback section. Along with that, if you enjoy this content and you enjoy finals content, make sure you like and subscribe, hit the bell. We are constantly posting new things. Also, if you want to find even more things about the finals from our channel, check out our podcast Around the Arena. We cover absolutely everything in the finals on that podcast in a more free form factor. A lot of times it's just Cody and I talking to each other, but we bring on guests as well. And we talk about things from casual gameplay to when we find out news about the game or even the Pro League, things like that. It's all covered on there, and it's here on YouTube, and it's also over on Spotify. So search up Around the Arena and you can check that out. Anyways, guys, thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you at the finals.